Children, good morning. And how are you all doing? Hope you're all doing good. And I know you miss us. We also miss you so much. Today, our lesson will be on drawing from shapes. Drawing from shapes. Drawing from shapes. That is what we are going to treat today. We are going to learn how to draw from shapes. Before we start today's lesson, make sure you get your G exercise book ready, your pencil, your eraser, your poster colors, and then we will begin to draw. Now, let's identify these shapes. I'm going to draw some shapes on the board, and I expect you to be able to identify these shapes. So you look at it and you identify these shapes, and you draw these shapes in your book as well. So you identify them, you name them, and draw them in your book as well. So let's begin with our first shape. What shape is this? What shape is this? Are you able to identify this? Good. If you are, well done. So this is a triangle. Let's consider another shape. What shape is this? Did I hear square? Yes, this is a square. So let's draw this too in our G exercise book. Our third shape is this. I can hear people already mentioning the shape. What shape is this? Good. So this is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. So we have what? A triangle, a square, a rectangle. Then, what shape is this as well? What shape is this? Good. Circle. 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 So these are our four basic shapes that we are going to use today for this our lesson. Drawing from shapes. Today, we are going to learn how to draw objects from shapes. We will also see how to make use of basic shapes for creating wonderful drawings. So we are going to use these basic shapes that we see here. This is a triangle. This is a square. This is a rectangle. And this is a circle. And why do we say this is a triangle? Because it has three sides. This is also a square. And why do we say this is a square? We say this is a square because it has four equal sides. Four equal sides. So the emphasis is on equal. And what did we say this is? We said this is a rectangle. A rectangle also has 4 sides, but only 2 of its sides are equal. So if we take a critical look at this our rectangle, you can see that this side and this side are what? Equal in length. This side and this side are equal in length, whereas this side and this side are also equal. So a rectangle also has 4 sides, but 2 of its sides are equal, and a square has 4 equal sides. And this is what? A circle. This is a circle. Today, we are going to focus on how to use a square. How to use a square to create a wonderful drawing. So we are going to use a square to create a wonderful drawing. And what is the wonderful drawing that we are going to create today? We are going to use a square to create a box. We use a square to draw a box. This is using our basic shape, that's a square, to draw a box. Now, let's open our exercise book. Open it to a fresh page. Now, let's draw our first square. Let's draw our first square. Draw it a little bit big. So this is free styling. So try and make your lines as straight as you can. Let's draw our first box. Have you done so? Good. Now let's draw our second square to intersect with the first square. So we are going to draw our second square to intersect with the first square. So you start from the middle of the first square and then you draw your straight line down. Good. Then you move this way. Remember, you are drawing a square. Down. And then we would what? Join. Are you done? So we will draw our second square to intersect with the first square. Are you done? Okay. Then we will join our first square with that of the second square. You join our first square with that of the second square. So what do we get? We get another square here. Now, we will also join this side. That is from our first square to the second square, and do same here. We will do same here. And what do we have? Voila! We have our box. We have our box. So we have used the shape square to draw a box. We have been able to join 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have been able to draw 6 squares, put them together, and we've formed a wonderful drawing, which is a box. We've been able to draw 6 squares, put them together, and we form a wonderful drawing, which is a box. Were you able to do so? Good. So today we have learned how to use a shape to draw an object. So keep on practicing how to use this shape. You can also use a rectangle. So for your assignment, we have done how to use a square to draw a box. Your assignment is to use a rectangle, only a rectangle, to also draw a box. Use a rectangle to also draw a box. I'll join you another time, and we are going to use different shapes to draw a wonderful object. We are going to use different shapes to draw a wonderful object. So think of any object. Next week when we meet again, we'll be using different shapes to draw a very wonderful object. But keep on practicing with this and do your assignments. That is using a rectangle to also draw a box. So we meet again. It's Nana saying bye.
And to make a cube, there's actually two different ways I'm going to show you. The first one is a solid cube, which means it's three-dimensional and it's not see-through. So you start with a square, and then you're going to draw diagonal up and to the right, diagonal up and to the right, and diagonal up and to the right. They all need to go up the same way and be about the same length. Then I'm going to go from here to here, make sure it's perfectly horizontal, and if I need to match my lines up, that's okay. And this one is going to be perfectly vertical, straight up and down. And there I have my cube. Now the other way is you're going to start out with a square, just like the first one. And then you're going to go up a little and over a little, and you're going to draw another square. So then up and to the right, making sure it's about the same size. And then you're gonna connect from this corner to this corner, this one to this one, here to here, and here to here. So this one is a transparent cube, and this one is a solid cube.
You look like a dice.